So JJK, also known as Jujutsu Kaisen, is a manga that's been hitting pretty much all the highs lately. You got one of the most anticipated fights in the series going for like 13 chapters and ended in one of the most unexpected plot twists in the series. Now, I'm not saying that Gojo was 100% gonna win or Sukuna was 100% gonna win. I thought it'd be like a draw or something, so that they can fight more later on. But don't worry, today we're not gonna be talking about that. Today we're gonna be talking about the anime of Jujutsu Kaisen, the first season. Now, before I start the video, I just want to let you all know that the last time I watched the first season was back in November 2022. And so this video is not a review or a breakdown of the anime, it's just my thoughts on what I like and what I dislike about it. So if you disagree with anything that I'm going to say in this video, then it's fine. It's just my opinion. And so without further ado, let's start the video. The anime of Jujutsu Kaisen right now is currently in the end of the Shibuya arc, where the infamous Gojo got sealed up in the eyeball cupola thing, and literally a second after that he got sealed up, everything went loose. And when I say loose, I mean everyone literally just keeps on dying. But that's for season 2, we're here to talk about season 1, where everyone's still alive and Gojo is still one and well. And also, the first thing I noticed after I started watching JJK is that how Gojo seems to be the center of everything. No joke, before I started watching JJK, I actually thought that Gojo was the main character instead of Yuji. Unpopular opinion, I think Yuta is a better MC than Yuji. I just find him more unique than Yuji, cause Yuji is your typical goofy protagonist with a dark demon side of him. No, I'm not saying that Yuji is a bland or a bad character, far from it, but I just think that Yuta just fits better as the MC in the cruel and dark world of Jujutsu, because with Yuji, he's obviously the opposite of that, with him being positive and chatty all the time. And of course that works too, but I just prefer Yuta because Yuta could smile and be positive, but when it's time to throw hands, he's just a complete monster. And I don't know, I just like him better that way. And also, this is just my personal opinion, but I prefer Yuta's fighting style over Yuji's. Now with Yuji, he only throws hands. Literally. No cursed weapons or anything, just hands. But with Yuta, he can copy ability, he has Rika, and also he fights with the katana. He just has a wider arsenal of tools to choose from, and that's why I think Yuta's fights are more interesting to watch than Yuji's. So I'm pretty sure you just pissed off a bunch of Yuji fans out there, but to all of you that are still watching, thanks. Now first of all, before I start rambling off again, I just want to say that the fights here are really spectacular. Now there are some moments where the CG sort of stand out, but most of the time it's actually pretty solid. But the one that stands out to me in a good way in this first season is probably the Gojo and Jogo fight. Now what makes this fight stands out to me is because this is our first introduction to the concept of domain expansion. Now domain expansion is an advanced barrier technique and is considered the pinnacle of Jujutsu sorcery. It constructs the user's innate domain inside a barrier infused with their innate curse technique. At least that's what Google said. Now back to the fight. The fight obviously goes one-sided with Gojo obviously dominating the battlefield, with a bit of infinite hand-holding, a bit of kicks and punches here and there, and also a red. Now Jogo doesn't go down that easily though, as he activates his own domain expansion and traps Gojo inside of it. Under normal circumstances he would win, but of course this is Gojo, as he activates his own domain expansion that is not volcanoes like Jogo's, it's just over-information. That's basically it. Now, the fights are one thing on the show, but how about its story, or flow, or the characters? So, the story, honestly, is a bit fuzzy on what it was, but I'm pretty sure it's something around the curses attacking the Jujutsu school thing. They attacked during the spar between the schools. They set up this barrier where it's strong from the outside to keep specifically Gojo out, I'm pretty sure. But once he broke it, it's all over. Literally one hollow purple and they all ran away. Now, the flow. The flow of the show is great too. It never really feels dragged out or feels like it's rushed. The show's pacing is not too fast or too slow. Like from the beginning, it's just medium pace. And now the characters. The characters here are definitely rich of personality. You got Yuji, your typical positive and talkative protagonist. You got Fushiguro, the emo guy, the Sasuke of Jujutsu Kaisen basically, without the emo-ness running out of control. Gojo, the cool, goofy, and strong sensei. Nanami, Sukuna, even the disaster curses have distinct personality. So yeah, JJK definitely has an interesting list of characters. Now, before I end the video, I just want to say that there's one thing that confused me the most in this first season, and that's Geto, or I guess Kenjaku. But when I was watching it, I was so confused on how Geto was still alive. Granted, it's anime, characters coming back to life aren't anything new, but yeah, when I saw him, I was like, how the heck did he survive that? And then I searched online, and turns out it was just Kenjaku, so that explains the stitches. And also, another thing that I like about season 1 is the art style and animation. Like, yes, season 2 gives you more fluidity than season 1, but it sacrifices the tone and art style that I really like from season 1 that makes the show looks more unique than others. Like, the art style just feels like it belongs there, and also in combination with the lighting, it just makes the show feels more dark and gritty, but that's just me. And so that was it for my opinion of the show, and I think it's definitely a very good combination of good animation, story, and characters. I would definitely recommend you to watch this show if you haven't already. Trust me, it's a fun show to watch. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll probably be covering JJK Season 2 in another one, but the next video is probably just gonna be Bleach 1000 Year Blood War. So thanks y'all for watching, and see ya.